Welcome back to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. Our focus this morning has been on organizations whose mission is to enrich the lives of Milwaukee's youth, adults, and families through innovative programs. Founded in 1911 by legislation, it was the first of its kind to assign a local public school system the responsibility for conducting recreation programs. And here to tell us more about MPS's Department of Business, Community, and Family Partnerships is Maricha Harris, who is the Partnership and Volunteer Associate. How are you, Maricha?
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for being here. And I've talked a little bit about your department as well as the Department of Recreation with MPS. And so really you guys work hand in hand in really bringing programs off the ground and making sure they're there for kids and families as a whole. So tell us more about the Department of Business, Community, and Family Partnerships.
Absolutely. Well, the Department of Business, Community, and Family Partnerships, we like to call ourselves BCFP, is really about mobilizing resources. And when I say resources, I mean financial resources, so money, in-kind resources, those tangible things that we can obtain for the district, and human capital resources or manpower. And so our goal is to mobilize resources for schools and for the district. Okay. We have about 3 segments that we operate in terms of engagement. So we have a family engagement side where we are really getting families engaged in education. And then we have the community or the business side where we're being a liaison to business, to corporations, and to community partners who want to engage with the district, as well as individuals in terms of volunteerism. And then we have our alumni and student engagement aspect of the district. And so through those 3 segments, we're really charged with engagement and getting people connected to the district in order to advance our schools. And we're really looking for those win-win opportunities for both those individuals, those companies, those community-based organizations, and the district.
Yeah, and that's what I meant when I said that you guys work hand in hand, because with this midnight basketball, you've got a whole list of organizations that have come together. You've got the Police and Fire Commission, then the Milwaukee Bucks, and Running Rebels, who was just featured in the first segment. And with that, you've got organizations who really are saying to the community, we care enough to come together to help make a difference.
Absolutely. We're 100% grateful for all of our partners who have been very instrumental in helping us plan the Midnight Basketball League and its return to the city. As you mentioned, we have worked very closely with the Milwaukee Police Department, the Milwaukee Fire and Police Commission, the Milwaukee Bucks, Alderman Rainey, Alderman Stamper, Safe and Sound, the Office of Violence Prevention. So many people have really been instrumental in giving us their time and their talents to help us get this league off the ground. Yeah,
and I think people are really excited about the Midnight Basketball League returning. So to answer a few questions that people may have who are watching, who in fact can get involved?
So there are lots of ways to get involved. Okay. So the league will serve young men ages 17 to 25 years old. So we certainly want people who are in that age group to sign up for the league. We also want people who know people who are between 17 and 25 years old to encourage them to sign up for the league. We're looking for community-based organizations to come to the league because this league is really so much more than just basketball. We want to bring resources to the participants so that we can add value to their lives. And so before participants can play in the league, they have to come to an enrichment hour. So we really need community-based organizations to say, hey, I have a valuable resource, I can serve that demographic, I want to be a part of this league, and plug in so that we can connect the young man to a variety of services.
So how do they go about signing up? Where do they go? What do they do?
MilwaukeeRecreation.net.
Okay.
So there is a registration form on the website, and individuals can go there and sign up.
Good stuff. So the Midnight Basketball League is going to go for 10 weeks.
Yes.
And like you said, it's about more than just basketball. You're going to be connecting young people in the community to different resources, right? So this is where your department comes in making making those connections with organizations and businesses. So what are some of the things that will be there?
Certainly employment. So that's at the top of our list, is plugging in community-based organizations that can really help connect the participants to job opportunities. We also want to make sure that we are providing parenting resources, driver's license resources. We want to be very intentional about meeting the participants where they are so that we can really provide them with needs that add value to their lives. So those are just some of them. GED, educational resources.
I even read child support services.
Child support services,
major.
yes.
Yeah.
We have a long list of services that we want to plug into.
That's good stuff. So you're looking at serving about, what, 80 to 100 young men?
Correct.
Okay, so what if
Through
there's...
each league.
Through each league. Wow. Where will the basketball league be taking place?
So the inaugural league will take place at Bradley Tech, which is on South 4th Street.
And that's going to be definitely something to look forward to. Now, what about the young women who are good enough to ball with the guys? I just got to ask.
I mean, it's a great question. So the Midnight Basketball League is really part of a bigger, more comprehensive initiative that we have called MPS Cares, which stands for Community and Recreation Engaging Students. And so we are scaling up this initiative. So while we're starting with the young men now, we do intend to offer some sort of league or services for our young ladies as well. So they are not forgotten.
I just had to ask.
It's a valid question.
And one thing about it, this is an opportunity, and this is a conversation we've had on this show many times, talking about police and community relations. And with Milwaukee Police Department being involved with this partnership, as well as the City of Milwaukee, this is an opportunity to work on that relationship between those living in the community and those who protect the community.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's another big part of this initiative, another big part of the Midnight League. So as we both mentioned earlier, we've been working very closely with the Milwaukee Police Department, specifically Captain Ray Banks and his team over in the Office of Outreach and Community Education. And one of the things that he has consistently said from the beginning is that he doesn't want to be involved in just a basketball league. So again, this goes back to this being more than about basketball. And so really improving police and community relations is a big part of his involvement with the league, the officers and the resources that they're bringing to the league. That's very important to them. And so we're looking forward to that.
Good stuff, and I will reiterate that you can go to milwaukeerecreation.net to get signed up for the Midnight Basketball League. And as I mentioned, with the Department of Business, Community, and Family Partnerships, you have your MPS Cares umbrella. So you've got the community wellness days that you offer and youth mobilization. The mobilization is huge when you talk about bringing young people together for a common cause.
Absolutely. So MPS Cares, again, it stands for Community and Recreation Engaging Students, is really a comprehensive community outreach and programming initiative, and it has all these different components that are all purposed to really improve community conditions for our young people and our families. So the youth mobilization component is one of those components, and we're really excited about it. We have about 9 leaders that we refer to as youth mobilizers who are really excited about this youth mobilization work. They affectionately refer to themselves as Youth Crew, MPS, with an MPS whisper. And the whole component is really about getting them engaged, civically engaged in a community, and mobilizing them around issues that are important to them. So we're really trying to make this a youth-led effort. My colleague Andrea Williams is leading that up, and she's doing a fantastic job. So I hope that individuals can just kind of keep their eyes and ears open to what our youth crew is doing.
I love that, because you're talking about giving them the platform to talk about and to do things that are important to them, not
Yes.
someone dictating what's important to them. So it doesn't get better than that. Thank you so much for coming by and sharing all this information with us. And I think great things are going to come from everything that we've discussed.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's always a pleasure.
Yes.
Maricha Harris is the Partnership and Volunteer Associate for the Department of Business, Community, and Family Partnerships. Again, for information on anything we've discussed, you can log on to MilwaukeeRecreation.net or call 414-475-8180. That is going to do it for today's show. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. As always, I thank you for watching, and I do hope you join us again next week as we take another look at our issues, Milwaukee. Have a great day.